of mundane podcast. One show rises from the ashes. Critics are calling it outrageous. Podcasts, as we know it, will never be the same again. Tonight, prepare for an epic journey where every step could be your last. The destination, a place where no maps can show. The mission, to rise above the rest. The danger, unimaginable. The reward, a shit ton of weed and laughs. It's going to blow your mind. This is 2 Big Bloods. So sit back, turn up the volume, grab your weed, get ready to light those bloods. That's right. 2B Blood Podcast. We're back. Oh shit! I might want to put the screen on. Good call, Scott.
You got too many screens, baby.
I got too many fucking screens. There it is. We are live. Episode 76. Podcasting on High. Brought to you by our new sponsor, Fast Track Cannabis Clinics of America. In studio, the Scott. I'm here. That's right. We have a big show lined up. If you guys can hear us on TikTok, please put signs up there. Let me know. Tonight, comedian, actor, educator, advocate, the star of Netflix's Cooking on High, Ngaio, joins us tonight to talk all things cannabis. He's been featured on BET, on MTV, on Comedy Central, on ABC, and he's here to help all the cannabis creators tonight. We're going to put on a hell of a show. Make sure you guys find us on YouTube, too, if you want the full experience. If you're on TikTok, cool, but we highly recommend you guys are watching from YouTube or Facebook or Twitch. It's about to go down. Of course, Americans have stormed the Capitol building, Scott.
It's crazy world we're living in.
And Trump and Pence have broken up.
I don't know.
We're going to talk more on that tonight. Our pop quiz game is back. First caller, 860-384-7110, to correctly answer 3 out of 5 pop quiz questions has a chance to win a smoker supply box from King Palm. Phone lines are open again, 860-384-7110. I love, Scott, how in the run sheet, I put my cell phone number.
You've done that before.
Have I done that before, though? I don't know. It's got to be a huge show, Scott. Are you ready, man?
I'm always ready, man.
Last week,
New year, man. It's the first podcast of the year.
We kicked off the new year pretty crazy last not last year. Well, last year, actually.
Yeah, we did.
We
we did the podcast through midnight.
Literally all the way to 12:30 a.m. It was nuts, man.
We were lit as fuck.
Super lit. Shout out everybody tuned in right now. Ashley, Justin Lane, James Hamilton, Joshy Josh, Michelle Jordan, 80 proof pot. I love it.
Yeah, my boys,
Jason
80 proof.
Thornton, what up? And of course, if you're on TikTok tuning in, we're following everybody. Lisa, what up? Mom Life, That Bud Tender, Baked Potato. Oh, man, Scott, it's fucking lit right now, man. We're lit on all platforms. And of course now, Notoriety, Scott, help me out here. Notoriety Sports Network. We're live on there, too. You can check them out on Facebook. We're just all over the place, bro. I mean, how many platforms can we be running on at once?
I don't know. That's a long list we got now.
It's a long list. And we got a new sponsor.
I'm happy we got the TikTok working during this. And you have the cameras like over there. So like TikTok, right? You can't drink, right?
Right.
So like my beer is on the other side of the TikTok camera. So everybody else can see me drinking, but they can't.
That's right. So you're good, Scott.
Yeah, it's okay that I said that out loud, right?
I still have to lean this way to smoke, lean this way to drink, lean to the left to do anything.
Yeah, over here on this side, I still have my freedom.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Good. I don't have freedom over here, but that's okay, Scott. It doesn't matter, bro. Doesn't matter because we're about to get into the hottest show of the year. We're kicking it off hot. Let's go right into it. First off, strain of the week, Scott.
Oh, let's hear it. What are we kicking off the year with?
The strain of the week, Wandering Soul. East Coast Sour Diesel crossed with Southwest Stomper. How do you like that, bro?
The East-West connection over here?
The East-West connection. Southwest and East Coast. Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to light this thing right here. Wandering Soul, Scott. And of course, we didn't forget about, I see people in here like, don't forget about me. Illis Biddy, what up? Producer Clark, what up?
It's a thick-looking blunt right there.
It is a thick blunt. Of course it is. TT Live's always cut out, so you come over to YouTube. And listen, if you're on TikTok, to come to YouTube, it's the number 2, Be Blunt podcast. All one word. Link in my bio. Come watch the show. We got Justin Lane on the YouTube right now. You already know. We got Scott to smoke last week.
Don't even remember that.
We got Scott to do a lot of stuff last week. Scott, we got into the weed. Let me take this here. Let me try this Wandering Soul, bro. I got to do this off camera, though. Ooh, yeah, Scott.
That's the fire?
That's not good, bro. Why don't you tell us what you're drinking in this week's beer of the week?
All right, beer of the week, baby. It's new year, new beer.
New year, new beer.
But
wow,
I want to say the first podcast of the year last year was the same beer. It's called New Decade. All right. But we've been a full year in this decade. So this is now called, it's New Decade, but it's called New Decade Do-Over. So if I read the can, and it's from Treehouse, of course. It's 8.6% double IPA. It said on the label of the original one a year ago, they wrote, "We are filled with hope for the future. The future is bright." So following a challenging year, upholding that same mentality is difficult, but we know that in spite of these challenges, we can remain optimistic with the knowledge that we have each other's backs and we can build each other up. New Decade features a cosmic hop change of
it's a
our
fucking novel,
favorite
Scott.
American hops, resulting in an intensely juicy beer that will satisfy your cravings for citrusy and tropical hops.
God, you used the whole minute.
I did.
You used the whole minute right now.
And it's tasty and it's creamy, and I give it a solid 4.
A solid 4 out of
4 out of 5 on Untapped. Yep. I'll check in shortly. Follow me at Quailman85 on Untapped for the beer drinkers out there.
Quailman80. No, dude, this is 2B Blunt. We're smoking, baby. We're smoking, man. Dude, can you believe it? Can you believe it's 2021? We're fucking 7 days into this year, and it's already been holy hell.
Oh, dude, like, hold on, I saw a thing this morning. Somebody posted, they were like, yeah, I had my 7-day free trial of 2021, but I'd like to now cancel my subscription.
That's right. No, exactly, dude. Dude, and you know what? I just honestly, I'm almost over it already. We've been posting memes all over the place on all of our platforms, and I cannot even believe what happened. My mind's blown. I tried to get a hold of Trump, bro. I tried.
Yeah.
I called Trump. You know, he's been on the show plenty of times.
Of course.
I tried to call him. No answer from the White House. They declined to make any kind of headway as far as me getting to talk to the main guy. He's like, nah, I'm not talking to nobody.
But here's the thing. If they took his Twitter away, that means they probably took his phone away.
What is this, like timeout?
He might not have his phone to answer you, right?
You think he doesn't have the phone?
I mean, because I don't think it's his fault. He's not picking up our phone calls. We're on speed dial. If he sees 2B Blunt, he's going to pick up.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm sure he's got a valid excuse.
You think so?
I mean, I hope so.
Well, listen, I tried to get him this week. Obviously, there's a lot going on down there. He declined for comment, did not want to talk to us, but I heard there's a possibility that next week, bro, he might call in. He might have a few minutes to call in and give us the rundown. I mean, you're 13 days away from transferring the power. So that'll be less than a week before he's supposed to.
Will it even be a full 13 days?
I don't know. I heard they're
trying to get him out now.
They're trying to pull him out.
25th Amendment.
Whatever that is. The 25th. Nah, dude. So I mean, it's fucking nuts out there. It really is.
It really is.
It really is. I honestly, my mind was blown watching people just bust down the building, breaking windows, jumping, and the dude's taking a picture in the chair, bro, on the fucking floor.
Dude, that's ridiculous. That's the U.S. Capitol. Dude, of all the places that you think you could break into. Like, if you could do that, dude, I'm going to go break into WWE headquarters tomorrow.
Dude, you might as well, bro. If you go jump into headquarters.
I will take Vince McMahon's dinosaur skull off his fucking wall.
Dude, I would pay to see you do that. If you pull the skull off the wall and we can put it right in the studio. Dude, how sick would that be, though?
I mean, we got the new banner over there. We'll have to put that dinosaur skull over there next to the autographed Scott picture up there.
Oh, yeah. You guys like that? We got that new setup. We got the new banner on the side. We're looking real official over here. I like that shit, bro. We got the old logo and the new logo all over here. You guys can't see it on TikTok, but you guys definitely, if you're on TikTok, check us out on the YouTube, because I'm telling you right now, we're looking pretty sweet, man. We're looking pretty sweet. And let's not forget, bro. Let's not forget. We have a brand new sponsor. That's right. I wonder if they're here. Fast Track Cannabis Clinics of America. We're making moves, man. We're making moves on the phone. This is me in the studio. And in the studio, Scott, help me out here.
Where? What are you talking about? On TikTok?
We have our guest, Eric White.
What's going on? Guys?
What's going on, man?
Hey, that's great. Good to see you guys out here, man. We love the show, and we think it's a perfect fit. And all this is really about is we're trying to break this stigma. We're all about plants over pills. We're all about being natural and getting people their cannabis card, right? Hassle-free, judgment-free, obligation-free pre-qualification. You can do it virtually. We have a mobile app you can download. You can even text the phone number, pick your qualifying condition, and there's going to be a whole bunch of promos coming this way. Stay tuned for promos. Stay tuned for giveaways. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff with this network. But we love the show, and let's see where this goes, man. We want to be able to break this stigma. Like we talked about before, this stigma that has been ingrained in this American culture, where people are almost ashamed of marijuana, of cannabis, but yet at the same time they say that with a bold face, and they're swallowing Xanax and any other prescription medication.
You got a very good point. People are just choosing to take opiates and pills, and when you have the natural cannabis, which has helped millions of people, bro. I mean, I have people right now, Eric, in the comments talking about how cannabis helped, with all different things for them. I missed where I was looking at.
It's misspelled. I think it says has helped so many.
Oh, yeah. Cannabis has helped so many. Sorry, it's hard to read the comments.
I'm closer to that screen than you, Peasy. I got it.
I could have put it on the screen. That would have been way easier, huh? So many people, even Justin Lane has said, he's all about breaking the stigma. You have my audience's attention right now. This is literally,
and like we talked about before, this is more than just a promotion for promotion's sake or for bottom line sake. This is a personal story for me. Almost a decade ago, I was in a really bad car wreck, and I was put on opiates, and I was young. No one told me. They gave me a opiate prescription. They didn't tell me. There was no disclaimer. There was no, hey, if you take this could happen. Now we know within 5 days. That's what the science says. 5 days of having an opioid prescription, you can be dependent, chemically dependent, turning you into an addict. And you have, what's going on with Purdue and Oxycontin and Big Pharma, and they lobby. Those lobbyists were able to silence the truth for so long. I mean, this goes all the way back to reefer madness, like we were talking about the other night. This propaganda. I mean, it has been ingrained in American culture. So we're 2 years into this thing. We launched in Tampa, and we're scaling now. And the way we're scaling is we're scaling with notoriety. We're scaling with sports media. That's why this is a perfect fit. And you both got your cards. Everybody, all your listeners, I want them to know that we're going to be doing promos, and we're going to be doing card giveaways. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. But really, what we want people to understand is this is true medicine. This is not snake oil. There's scientific data. The science is there. It's backed. It's not even a question. It's a matter of fact. So
Absolutely.
We just have to break that stigma. And you know what? I'm not against now. I'm being bold about it. Let's be bold about it, because this is going to happen sooner or later. This isn't going anywhere. This is only going to scale. So we love what you do. I was on painkillers for almost a decade, guys. Almost a decade. I had no idea what I was getting into, like I was telling you. No idea. It wasn't until a year into it that I actually understood what was happening to my body. Didn't even understood that the pills that they were giving me I'm physically dependent on. Had no idea. And that was because of Big Pharma's chokehold.
Oh, of course. 100%. Big Pharma's got the literally, it's got the headlock, the chokehold, the figure four, the sharpshooter, all that mixed together on the industry. But listen, this is exactly it. We are trying to break the stigma. Now, my Fast Track Cannabis cards is making it very easy for people to go ahead, get hooked up with a doctor, and get their cards fast online. You don't have to go anywhere.
Yep, absolutely. And that's what COVID-19 introduced. And there's 32 states right now where medical marijuana is legal, and we have a foothold in each one. We're scanning little by little. We've been making great progress with it, and you know, there's still going to be a certain type of person that sees it and they don't know how to adjust to it. But this is the thing, man. This is not going anywhere. This is here, and it's here to stay. So either you get on board with it, or you get left behind. And we chose to get on board with it. And this personal choice, the passion for me, when I got off painkillers, I couldn't sleep. Listen to this. It took 2 years for me to be able to regain my motor skills, to be able to even feel even a tiny bit normal. Because I had these painkillers, these opiates. They numb me physically, they numb me mentally. So if I was happy, I took a pill. If I was sad, I took a pill. So when I got off of them, I had no idea how to deal with regular emotions. I've got all these regular emotions that normal people know how to deal with. Well, I was numb. And if I can make it out of that, from that, it's a miracle. And that's what this is all about. This is all about being able to help people know that there's an alternative option. Plants over pills. If you decide that you want to choose to take that route, we're here for you. We're an advocate for you. We make it easy for you. And we offer guaranteed card approvals, or you don't pay a dime.
Guaranteed card approvals.
Guaranteed card, or you don't pay a dime. Risk-free, obligation-free. And if you're interested, you'll see the commercial here playing next. And stay tuned for promos. I'll let you boys do your thing. We love the show. And we appreciate the opportunity to be able to get this message out. Let's break this stigma. And let's go ahead and let's get some people off opiates. Let's change some things.
Sorry about that. I'm with you, though, Eric. Thank you for joining us. We're going to go ahead. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to run a little info for you guys on Fast Track Cannabis Clinic. And when we come back, we're going to talk high thoughts with Peasy. Coming up next, don't go anywhere. It's To Be Blunt with Peasy.
guaranteed to give you the munchies. It's To Be Blunt with PZ.
There it is, Scott.
Dude.
Fast Track Cannabis Clinics.
That's a hell of a promo.
I know, he really sold it. Listen, and I know I've seen the people in the chat, and yes, do people prefer to have grow rights? Yes. Would I love to have grow rights myself? Yes. But that's not something that's feasible right now. And that's not something that's going to be allowed. So
baby steps, right?
Medical cannabis for me, bro, has been great. I love it. I just went to the dispensary today.
When I went to Treehouse the other day, man, I saw as soon as I crossed that state border past Connecticut, even before the state border, just billboards everywhere.
Oh, yeah, dude. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is now. So here we are. We're back to Be Blunt. We're live. Everyone who's still sticking with us, that's what it's up, man. We're hanging out. TikTok, what's good? I see a lot of people talk about the Cannamoms are flooded in here. I love it. I love the support we get. Yeah, the Cannamom community is great, bro. Is great. They understand the message, breaking the stigma. We're all trying to do it. We all actually kind of came together this week, Scott. I'm gonna tell you a story, right? A quick story. So we had a little issue on TikTok this week where we had, I've talked about this before, how I put up videos and they get taken down, or flagged by TikTok or somebody.
Yeah, it was a conspiracy theory against you.
Of course, it's a huge conspiracy theory. So we found out the other day in one shot, 2 people posted screenshots scrolling through all their notifications that show TikTok taking down your shit or whatever. And while scrolling through their stuff, they exposed themselves as anonymously reporting other canna creators.
What?
Yeah. We had rats, we had moles, we had snitches inside the community. So once that happened, we all came together that night. I did a big live on TikTok. We had 400 something people that showed up. And we had everybody calling in, which, by the way, you guys, phone lines are still open, 860-384-7110. You guys can call in at any time. And, it's amazing. So, and now, we're all like a big family. The Cannamoms are hanging out, bro. But listen. So I had a little moment the other day, right? I had a moment. And I'm sorry, TikTok, that I gotta scroll through and show you this, Scott. Right? So I'm. Oh wow,
we got a call.
We sure do. To Be Blunt Podcast. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's Izzy. I'm calling from Jersey.
What up, Izzy?
How you doing?
Is Izzy a Cannamom?
Yes, I'm a canna mom.
See, shout out to the
canna mom.
Shout out
Queen
to the canna.
for green.
The reefer queen. Is that what you just
I'm
said?
all about queen supporting each other. All about the love and support. What I really called into is also to tell everyone. I'm not sure if she's still in the TikTok live, but Budtender Brit, with everything that happened and what she's going through, I personally just want to say, she's definitely someone that I adore, and going through what she's going through, and on top of having this issue, if we could all just go show love and support to her, because what she's going through, she's handling it so well, but if no one knows what it is, y'all need to check her video. It's heartbreaking. It's hard.
Yeah, she's going through it right now.
And as canna moms, it's hard. And going through what she's going through, it really, it takes me to another place. But y'all don't know that story yet. If you have, I have posted something about it. But regardless of the matter, it's just, she's definitely someone who's in need of love and support. And that's why I'm calling, because this is what we are all about. We are all about ending the stigma, joining together, being, fixing each other's crowns, and letting each other know that we're all about the 420 friendly. We're all about the love and support. And I can't begin to tell you how much your show and your live that day helped so many people. get their frustrations out. So I truly appreciate
you're gonna make
you.
me tear up, Izzy. Jesus.
Positive vibes.
I know.
I'm trying to hold back the tears, but
You're gonna go sentimental. I didn't know. Listen, when I did this, I didn't think this was gonna be something that was gonna affect so many people when I did it. And I had no clue how big it was going to be until literally the phone did not stop ringing the entire night. And I was like, oh my God, there's so many people that are looking for an outlet, dude, just to be heard without having to make a post that's probably going to.
Let us know in the chat.
We should be good now.
If you can hear us. So,
wow. Anyways, I was going to go into a high moment. You got something, Scott? I'm sorry.
Well, what I was going to say is, hopefully they can let us know in the chat. Let us know if you can hear us. But anyway, I think it's always something with the audio lately. Like, if it's not one thing, it's another. So we were really, really good, but I feel like, did the phone call throw anything off with the audio?
No, I don't know, dude. Maybe there's something else happened. I don't know. There's a loose connection, but it seems like it's been a few times.
Well, they're saying there we go.
Yeah, I know it's working now. Remember before, bro, and it cut out? I don't know what's going on with that. We're going to have to mess around with it. It's okay. It's all right. As long as we're good now.
There's not no mole in the studio, is there?
No. I don't know what happened. We'll just try not to bang the table or something.
Right.
So anyways, getting back to it. I had a high moment, Scott. I had a high moment the other day.
High moments all the time.
I know, but dude, listen to me. All right, this is legit. I want to talk to you. All right. So I'm sitting there with Miss Peasy, and I'm at breakfast the other day. Okay. And they wanted to bring. I needed sugar. All right. Okay. I like sweet and low. I don't like regular sugar. So I got to tell the guy to bring over sugar, and I'm like, why is this regular sugar so shitty? And then I'm like, wait a second, right? And hear me out, Scott. Shitty sugar, right?
Okay.
SHSU. How in the fuck do they both start with a sound, but neither of them have the same starting letters? Sugar and shitty.
I was like, where the hell is he going with all this? But now you got me looking up at the ceiling saying, yeah, why is that?
I was thinking about this. I can't figure it out. Sugar and shitty.
Now you got me thinking about how Suge Knight, I think, spells his name completely wrong. Then
is it Suge? Is it Suge? Suge Knight?
Suge Knight.
Suge Knight? I don't know, man. It was something I was thinking about, and I had to bring it up to you guys. And I'm like, yo, What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sugar and Shitty.
I mean, that's a high moment.
Dude, what I'm telling you, it's a high moment. It was not just a high moment. It was the highest moment I may have had all weekend. All right? Sugar.
And it's Thursday, and you're still thinking about it.
And literally people in the comments, I'm so high, it confused, send help. That's what I'm saying. Mind blown right in the comments. See, this was no joke. I knew it when I said it in my head. I'm like, this is something I gotta bring up to my people, bro. This is something I gotta bring up to the people. What the fuck? Sugar and Shitty. I guarantee you're gonna be thinking about that all night. Scott, let's hear the weather for the week, man. Weather and traffic, the Scott.
All right, this is the Scott from 2B Blood Studios reporting for the weather and traffic. Here in Connecticut, we are sitting on a chilly 34 degrees with no precipitation in sight for the next 7 days. The weekly forecast out here is actually looking very smooth, smoother than any Kardashian wedding, that's for sure.
Oh!
Jacksonville, Florida, though, currently sitting at 58 degrees, which is apparently sub-zero temperature for those working outdoors. I'm talking about AEW. Okay.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, and apparently they have to. They're moving down to Tampa to satisfy them with the temperature. Okay, I wish up here in Connecticut, could bitch about the weather being in the high 50s. I mean, that'd be the life, right?
That would be the life, Scott.
Anyway, moving on to traffic. Traffic conditions in the nation's capital right now are very congested. But guess what? It doesn't fucking matter. Drive on the sidewalk if you want, because nobody is going to stop you. Okay?
Wow.
And the Scots been talking to eyewitnesses here in the nation's capital, and
you got eyewitnesses, bro?
I have eyewitnesses accounts saying that they have
shit.
seen one Nicolas Cage in the area with multiple treasured documents.
No fucking way, bro.
It looks like he may have taken advantage of this. But
Nicolas Cage,
possibly with the Declaration of Independence.
How do we get him on the podcast next week?
And we will keep you posted, up to date, because there's definitely been documents taken from the nation's capital, and it looks like Nicolas Cage has secured the Declaration of Independence. Anyway, we'll keep you updated as it continues, but this is the Scott signing off for your weather and traffic 2B1 podcast.
Oh, you're damn right it is. Damn, Scott. Damn, Scott. That's that traffic you don't want to mess with in the DC area, huh?
Well, it doesn't matter, man. I'm telling you. Drive on the sidewalk. Ain't nobody going to pull you over. They don't give a fuck.
The Scott with weather and traffic. We are live TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. At 6:45, Ngaio will be joining us. If you are a content creator, you don't want to go anywhere because this is going to be important. We're going to talk about how to succeed while being canna friendly and more. And in a time when we're all getting our shit taken down and flagged, I couldn't think of a better person to bring in for this. You know what I mean? So it's about to go down. I'm super excited. 860-384-7110. That's 860-384-7110. We're still giving away prizes. We got a pop quiz, bro. We got a pop quiz game.
Pop quiz.
We got the pop quiz. I got the wheel ready if someone wants to spin the wheel instead.
Ooh, spin the wheel, make a deal.
And we're giving away boxes and boxes from King Palm. That's right, Scott. You know what I like about King Palm?
King Palm Supply.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we got somebody now.
We sure do. 2B1 Podcast. What's your name? Where you calling from? What?
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear a word you said.
So normally we would tell people to turn down the volume on what device to listen to. I need you to I understand you're excited. I just need you to turn down the excitement a little bit just so we can understand what you're saying. That's all. Go ahead again.
Oh,
okay.
Bud Tender Ash and Bud Tender Brit. What's going on, ladies? Hi, how you doing? Well, you got a surprise for me? Okay, I'm listening. I mean, I love surprises, so please go right ahead. The floor is yours. A what?
A hoodie, I think.
Another hoodie?
Right.
Come on. No way. Yes, yo, Scott. I got another hoodie, bro. You must have seen him before in my videos. The Dank AF.
Okay.
The Dank AF. Oh, man. Dank AF grows. Dude, I'm so pumped up. You guys are awesome, yo. I wanted to get a hoodie. I've been meaning to do it. Everything's crazy right now, but that is probably the best present I could think of right now. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Well, how about I give you a chance at taking something home today?
Well, okay, I was gonna say because we got our guest coming up very shortly in like 3 minutes, but I want to make sure. Can the chat hear us? Because I'm getting a text message that says that after the call that they can't hear anything, or they can't hear the caller at least.
Bro, everyone else is fine.
Can't hear callers or music beds.
Okay.
Is the text I'm getting right now.
Okay. Well, thank you. Either way, Scott. We appreciate it. Thank you, Bud Tender Brit. Listen, I can't wait to get that shirt, yo. I really appreciate it, you guys. You didn't have to do that, but I can't wait. Well, and I support you. I'm sorry you're going through the shit right now, but keep your chin up, and we'll keep our prayers open for you. All right, awesome. Thank you very much. Well, Scott, should we take a quick break and try to figure out our problem here?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
All right. Before our guest comes in?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. We'll be right there. I don't honestly. Rough, man. Rough shape right now. I'm not even sure how we ended up at this point already. Scott.
Yeah.
We're going to just go right there with it as it is, bro.
All right.
Fuck this thing. Fuck this thing. You know what I need? I need to take a hit, bro. I got to take a hit.
Somebody commented, they were like, yo, just take a smoke, regroup. You got this.
Well, I can't really regroup right now because honestly, we have in our box here, bro, our man. We're about to bring in our special guest. I know no one can hear me. You know what? I can, and it makes me feel better. So we're just going to bring him in anyways.
It's a glorified phone call.
It's a glorified phone call.
Hey,
Ngaio, my bad, bro. I don't know if you tried to jump in beforehand.
Appreciate your patience.
We got some tech difficulties, but we're just gonna say fuck it with because if you can't hear the music, I'm not worried about it. Right now, it's all about the conversation.
what kind of music are you playing?
I got a music bed playing in the background, but apparently something's wrong with my mixer, and it doesn't want to hear anything coming from the music bed, so I'm just gonna ignore it.
The sound of your voice will be melody enough for us.
That's right, and everyone else can hear us, and that's fine as long as they can hear the mics or whatever. We're good, my man. Thank you for joining us. It really means a lot to have you on. You're a staple in the cannabis community.
I'm a staple in the cannabis centerfold.
Exactly. And that is why having you on a show like ours seemed like the perfect fit. It's like a perfect fit. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm gonna take,
It's like a hand in a custom glove.
I got the King Pop here. I'm gonna light this up before we get this started because I gotta have a nice stone conversation with my man real quick. I see he got the Ziploc, so I see we're pulling it out.
Decide which one I should smoke. I don't know. I have to work later. Sativa it is. Sour Jack.
Sour Jack. There you go. That's a nice strain.
Yeah, homegrown.
What?
Freaked out the backyard, bitches.
So you grow your own shit?
Badly.
What do you mean badly? Why would you say that's badly?
I grow using the benevolent neglect system on the theory that cannabis knows what to do. So if you just put it in your backyard and keep the bugs off of it and give it water, you should be all right. It should be okay. Like, I'm not out here trying to grow an award-winning strain. I'm just trying to keep it from dying and have some shit to smoke over the winter.
I hear you.
Nice.
He's got a good point. He's got a good point.
And it came out nice. And I'm usually not home enough to be all, Mr. Worried about it all the time.
I can only imagine you constantly must be on the road, except for now. See, Scott, now we're gonna take our hits. We're good, man. We're good. We're gonna chill.
Yeah.
We're gonna relax. We have fuck the tech problems.
Everybody else can enjoy this in post.
That's right. No, not everybody. No. We're good.
You can't polish a turd, man. You gotta.
Well, I don't want to really. I don't want to compare ours to turds yet. It's not that far off.
That's what old engineer homies used to say all the time.
Really?
We could just tag both. They'd be like, "You can't polish a turd. We're gonna have to do it again." I'd be like, "Damn it."
All right. Well, I don't want to stall anymore. I really want to get it going. We're at, as a creator myself, I was excited to talk to you because as a cannabis creator, we're experiencing a lot of issues in the community as far as keeping our content up and running. A lot of people are posting content that is getting taken down because they're shown smoking cannabis or blowing out smoke on camera. It's this whole big thing going on, this stigma that they still think it's such a bad thing. And there's so many people trying to make it as a cannabis creator or do something as far as cannabis, like myself, who has done weed and music, weed and podcasts, all this stuff. And I know so many people, especially my followers on TikTok, that are struggling. So I wanted to have a conversation with you about cannabis and your journey to success.
Shit hasn't changed. I've always fought against that. Everybody's all like, "Oh, he's just a weed comic. Oh, he doesn't talk about weed." It doesn't matter. Weed is like anchovies. Once you put a little bit on the plate, some people are just going to be freaked out. It's going to overpower a little bit.
Are you an anchovies fan? I gotta ask.
I do like anchovies. I love them in a Caesar salad, and I don't mind them on a pizza. I mean, but you can't have too much. But also, weed haters are going to weed hate, man. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I used to be kind of a tone policer, like, oh, dress up when you go to protests and don't say pot, say cannabis, don't say getting high, say get medicated, blah, blah, blah. Don't say joint, say pre-roll. And you know what? If common sense was enough to sway a politician, weed would never have been made illegal in the first place, right?
Well,
so people who are going to hate weed are going to hate weed. So you just got to do what you do. Overgrow the government has always been my thing.
Overgrow the government. That's something I can get behind. Overgrow, not like what happened yesterday, but overgrow the government.
No, yesterday was a farce and a sham, an example of systemic racism, and just you can't. Are we really trying to get into this, or are we? Just
no, we don't want to get too deep into it. We're all about good vibes here.
We can get into it, or we can just smoke weed and enjoy ourselves.
Let's enjoy.
I like option B.
I think we had enough of. I personally had enough. I watched so many hours of that on the news yesterday.
Dude, I was busy all day. Like, I was at a place that didn't have a TV. So, like, I didn't really, I found out later, and I was like, oh, my God, all this happened today?
Really?
Yeah, dude. But anyway.
All right. Well, listen.
You didn't spend the day doom scrolling?
Doom scrolling.
I did not, actually.
Dude, so you most recently, now you've been on Cooking on High on Netflix. Great show. I watched it. I'm a big fan. I would love to know, how did you go from, I know you've done a little acting in the background and you've appeared on many networks, but how did you go from mostly doing stand-up comedy to jumping in on a project like that?
Very lucky. They called me kind of randomly and they said, hey, we're looking for somebody who knows a lot about weed and who's comfortable on camera. And I was like, oh yeah, I know a guy. He looks a lot like me. I'll go get him.
I mean, I think that's such an awesome gig to go from, doing stand-up and then get to host a show, a full series, and especially something that's so right up your alley with the cannabis, man. Being able to be in that role of cannabis expert.
Sure.
You called yourself a connoisseur, I read.
Yeah. The dank diplomat. That's me.
The dank diplomat, the guru on ganja. That's another one I heard.
I'm the diplomat.
How long have you been smoking for?
Oh, since the 80s.
Oh, okay, since the 80s. Nice, see?
Back when weed didn't have names. It was just weed. Hey, you got any weed? Yeah, I got some.
It's just weed, exactly. There was none of this fancy shit today.
I mean, there were legendary names like Acapulco Gold or Panama Red.
Maui Wowie.
Yeah. People didn't really have that. It was just weed or not weed. Sometimes Humboldt. Humboldt's always had a cachet. Like, this is from Humboldt. Oh, ooh. Still the. Although I feel like Mendocino's kind of a little hotter than Humboldt these days, but that's how I feel about it.
Cannabis has come such a long way since then, as the plant itself. We've
gone from being a felony to being an essential service. So
right, and just the actual plant itself, like the shit you got in the 80s compared to the shit you're getting now, it's like night and day.
I don't know about that. I don't think people say that, but then they do tests and it hasn't changed. I mean, it looks prettier. People know how to trim it. People know the growing techniques are a little better. And maybe the THC content is a little higher, but I feel like the effects are all still kind of the same. And almost sometimes I feel like in this zeal to grow the strongest weed, we do ridiculous shit. Like, THC is not the only factor that goes into a cannabis high or a cannabis bug, right?
Right.
It's the terpenes. We're finding out more and more every day that it's the terpenes, way more than the THC, which gives you some elation and also can make you fucking paranoid or anxiety ridden, as we've all done that.
Oh, too many times.
Too many times. And that happened because people were just breeding for THC content, and they had bred out all the CBD, and we find out that CBD is a THC blocker. So if you have more CBD in your weed, you can smoke more THC and not be as freaked out and still get that full THC benefit. And also CBD has good benefits. It's a nice, it's good for the psyche. You know what I mean? It's a mood leavener. It's an anti-inflammatory. So there's all these things. So I feel like we're coming around full circle again. And people, when they consume, I'm not trying to sound like anybody's uncle or granddad or whatever, but don't just look at THC as the end all be all. Like Everclear is fucking 90% alcohol, but you don't drink that every day, right? You're like, oh, I want the strongest alcohol constantly all the time. You're like, oh, maybe I'll have 5% beer, or I'll have a glass of wine, or I'll just have a regular shot and not a shot of 151, right?
You're right. So
approach it with intention and that sort of thing. I mean, sometimes my intention is to get fucked up as possible.
I mean, I'm with you, man.
Sometimes my intention is just to catch a nice buzz and go to a movie.
Exactly. I'm with you right there.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. I love going to the movies when I'm high.
Yeah.
Man, weed and movies go together like weed and movies. I tell you that.
Absolutely. You literally can't go wrong. I love to pull up in there. I'll bring my little vape tube with me. So I'll be sitting up in my chair, big ass basket of popcorn, my little weed vape sitting in the back row, just ripping that shit.
When my kids were little, they would get me to go to the movies all the time. They'd be like, Daddy, the panda knows kung fu. I'd be like, what shit? The panda knows kung fu. Let's go. I hope that kid is in 3D. I'm ready for this cooking rat and kung fu panda, all that shit. Let's go.
I hope that's me as a father. I really do. That's definitely going to be me as a father. 100%. So let me ask you, not to bring it back, I want to change the topic real quick. I want to know, like, what made you decide to make cannabis like your niche? Like that was going to be your thing as far as your career in entertainment.
I don't know if it was ever like a super conscious decision. Like I was kind of pushed that way because, like I said, you got a few weed jokes in your act. All of a sudden, you're a weed comedian, and I kind of fought against it for the longest time. And then, and I was still doing a lot of weed activism and stuff. And then I got divorced, and I was gonna have to get a job for a minute because I didn't want to move out with my kids. And so me and the weed plant had a discussion, and I was like, "Listen, if you make sure I get a job and some money, I will go really hard for you." And it worked out. Like I found a place to stay and a job in the cannabis industry like right away. And I was like, all right, weed, awesome. Here we go. So I started going extra hard for weed. Like I'm just showing up at all the hemp fests and hemp festivals and city council meetings and protests and actions like that, right? It's not like weed still isn't legal everywhere. Right? You can still get arrested in Idaho. You used to get arrested in Texas, in Arkansas, and all these other places. So until everyone is out of jail for weed, weed is not legal. Until you can grow weed in your backyard in Washington State or in Illinois, even though they have recreational weed out there, weed is still not legal. So like we still have a long way to go. I've been doing this for like 30 years. Right. We all thought weed was going to be legalized in 96 when Clinton got a second term. We thought weed was going to be legalized when Obama got a second term. And it turns out it doesn't work like that. You got to go hard. I mean, it's coming around. It's coming around. Like Oklahoma. You ever think fucking Oklahoma would have medical cannabis?
Nah, they're prospering, dude.
Got legal weed right now. Arizona's got legal weed right now. So,
dude, even our last election here in Connecticut, I mean, our big thing for our two governors was that one of them promised that was going to be his first fucking thing he did was legalize marijuana. And of course, he went and got a shit ton of votes. I think a lot of it was from that.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of my friends were like, I'm voting for him because he's for weed. And now, how many years he's been in office, Scott?
Oh, I don't know. Was it at least
a few? Yeah. A few? Is weed legal yet? No! Yeah, we still don't have legal weed yet. This is some bullshit. You know? But just the thought of it was enough to drive people to vote that direction.
Weed is no longer the electric third rail of the political system, too. It used to be if a politician came out for weed, everybody would freak out. Nobody would vote for him. And now if you come out for weed, you get a bunch more votes. Everybody's like, that's a good idea. You know, once again, if common sense and science ruled the day, we'd all be getting better unemployment checks and this virus would be almost eradicated and weed would be legal everywhere. So,
I mean, you're not wrong. Absolutely. You're right. And that's
there's an old, what do they say? It's attributed to Churchill, but I don't know if he actually said it. It may be apocryphal. You can always expect Americans to do the right thing after they have tried everything else.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So you started doing all these things, cannabis. You were going to all the events. You were going to the town halls, and then eventually now you're doing cannabis high times events.
Yeah.
And you're doing a lot of stand up. What did you face a lot of hiccups on that road?
Oh yeah.
When you started taking that road of 100%, I'm going to go this road towards cannabis.
Oh, all the time. You know, I lost a manager. I never got invited to Montreal to do Just for Laughs because, you're just a weed comic, blah, 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 blah. Right? You know,
right.
My old manager a few years ago, she's like, man, you were really ahead of your time. We should have paid more attention to you. And I was like, I fucking told you. And now they call me like, hey, we need a weed comic. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But my rates have gone up because you guys fucking diddled around. So, I mean, you know, listen, man, everybody makes choices. And the beauty of being self-employed is you can say whatever the fuck you want, right? But there's always consequences. And I think that's what a lot of these cats out here who are all of a sudden getting arrested for trespassing with stolen property, I don't think they really think that they were supposed to receive consequences. You get this all the time with that. You want to yell out it's my First Amendment right to say that. Yeah, your First Amendment right says you can say that, but it doesn't say someone's not going to punch you in the mouth. It doesn't say you're not going to lose your job. It guarantees freedom of speech, not freedom from consequence. So I'm fortunate that I was willing to work hard enough, and and don't get it twisted, I'm still poor. Right, like I got a place to live, and I pay my bills and shit. But I got $1,000 in my 401k, and I'm 52 years old. But I would have done the whole fucking thing again. I've been broke as fuck in 10 different countries. All right, so I mean, live your life, man. Money's an illusion. They say you become more conservative when you get older, and I don't find that to be the case. I am definitely way more like burn all this shit down and let's just start again.
If only it were that easy.
I used to be way more moderate. I was like, well, listen, man, if we just use common sense and science, they have to listen to us, right? They have to do the right thing because it's common sense and science. So,
I will say, man, you got so much knowledge. Like, I want to just christen you like the weed wizard.
The weed wizard.
Because like I've been watching Cooking on High, and I don't know if we So I've been watching Cooking on High. And first of all, you look dapper every episode, by the way. Can I just tell you that?
Do. You got some fly ass suits, bro.
They were like, I was like, bad. I had to load up my car and fucking drive them all down to LA. I drove all my clothes down.
So our listeners out there, if you haven't checked it out, it's on Netflix. Cooking on High, definitely check it out. But I gotta ask though, because it's like an edible, a cooking show, edible with weed. I got a 2-part question for you. I want to know, what is your favorite strain, like recreationally, and what's your favorite strain, like as an edible?
For an edible?
My favorite strain recreationally is probably whatever I'm smoking at the moment.
That's a great. That's how true stoner answers.
I mean, for me, it's like my favorite beer is the next. But,
As long as it's been grown with love and intention. I'm gonna give a shout out to some of my favorite farms in California. Shout out Green Shock Farms in Mendocino. Shout out Sticky Fields in Mendocino. Shout out Flamingo Farms in Richmond, California. Shout out Buddy Buddy in San Francisco, and shout out Fig Farms. I don't know where they are. And shout out MD Farms in Salinas.
Damn, man, you remembered all that too.
In the country right now. Shout out all the clubs in Barcelona. Dr. Do, Sucks. What are they called? Soner Social Club, or I can't remember what they're called. The Dank High Club or Dank Social Club. I can't remember the name because I was high as fuck.
That's the best.
Here's the thing about Spain, man. I don't know what it is about the Spanish weed, but that shit gets me zooted. And it's not just the jet lag. Like Spanish weed, I think they just grow for straight THC or something, because I'm always way higher than I think I'm gonna get whenever I leave a weed club.
Really? See, I've never even been to Spain, and now you're gonna make me put that on my list of places I have to visit.
You have to visit Spain, man. They have a really cool system. Like, weed is still technically illegal in Spain, but the government has said that people can grow it and people can have it and people can use it. So they have social clubs. So you got to know somebody, you got to get invited to a club, and it costs like 20 euros a year. And then you can go in and buy weed and smoke weed, and they have really nice flavors. And since it is still illegal, if you're trying to pay extra money, you can buy weed from California. So I've heard. In Spain, and you can buy weed from other countries in Spain too. It's not just Spanish weed. So you make money. And I can't wait till cannabis is legal everywhere, because as much as people like French rind, I like Moroccan hash, and I would love to be able to walk into the shop and be like, "Oh, you got new shit in from Morocco? Fantastic! I'll take a finger of this." And a little bit.
Listen, I feel that. Are these
blonde? Oh, hell yes.
Are these social clubs like the coffee shops that are in like God,
they're like the coffee shops in Amsterdam for sure.
Thank you. Yes, I had a brain fart.
Some are like, co-working offices. Some are just like a bar, like a sports bar. And everybody's got a theme, man, and they're all hella cool. I'm a big fan of almost every club I went to in Barcelona. I really enjoyed.
So you've done a lot of high times events. How many cannabis cups have you been to?
I went to the one in Amsterdam like 20 something years ago.
What?
I've done the one in Denver. I've done a bunch of them in California. I'm the MC for the Emerald Cup. I threw 3 Los Angeles medical cannabis cups in the early 2000s. I throw tasting parties out here now too. I also work for the International Cannabis Business Conference. Shout out Alex and the Click. Seattle Hemp Fest, Portland Hemp Stalk. I've been to Madison, Wisconsin. I've been to Boston. I've been to all, man, if you think weed, I've probably showed up at it or tried to get a ticket. I've been doing a lot of different things. MJ BizCon.
No, I know at these events, they tend to go crazy, man. If people who are there, I've seen some crazy shit.
Yeah.
At these events, I want to know, like, for me, I've seen like leaf blowers getting blown out with smoke and shit, and I just want to know what would be the craziest thing you've seen at one of these cannabis events.
The leaf blower is probably one of the craziest things you'll see when they just have the big leaf blower and they fill it up full of weed, and then I was on a cannabis tour bus once in LA that would go to 3 or 4 different dispensaries, and they had the leaf blower on the bus, so we just
they were
just gonna pump it in, and now you're just,
So you need to tell me the name of that tour so I can make sure I book it the next time I'm in California.
Go to my Instagram and scroll down about a year and a half. You'll find it.
Okay. That should be easy.
Don't be afraid. If you're a new follower of mine on Instagram, don't be afraid to like some shit from 2 or 3 years ago. I don't think you're stalkery.
Don't you? It's kind of weird though sometimes when that pops up and you see someone that likes your picture you posted, like, oh, 32 weeks ago.
Yeah. I want you to like that picture though. That's why I didn't take it down. That's why I kept that picture up. So please go through all my stuff. All my
hell
stuff
yeah!
online. Don't come to my house and just start looking through shit if you don't have permission.
True that. Well, speaking of social media, with the way things are today, how did you feel when you first started like smoking weed on camera, like on posting it to social media? Like, was that
I've not smoked weed on camera? Listen, I'm fortunate that I have the privilege of being from California, where weed has been de facto decriminalized for 20 years, right? Even before we passed Prop 215 in 1996. And it occurs to me now that there are people who are alive now who have never not known a time in California when there wasn't cannabis dispensaries. And I think that's great. I think that's great. It's like people who never didn't have cable, which is always weird. But yes, or people who've never not had the internet.
Right. Yeah.
Remember when the internet was new? Some of you don't.
Shit. Don't I know I do. I remember trying to dial into AOL.
Some of you have never had to have a beeper or an answering machine. So
that's right. A modem that sounds like R2D2.
Or a calling card. Like I used to rack up buku dollars on a calling card, making long distance calls and shit. Whenever you want. I can't remember. So I've always been like, it's never been a secret. It has never been a secret. I was in a band. We threw joints off the stage at the fucking Fillmore. Like, I've always been a cannabis activist. I've always been here for the weed. I always tell people I know I'm from California because I'll smoke weed around children, but not tobacco, because I don't want them getting bad ideas from me.
It's a good point.
Right? It's true. So that's just one of those things, man. And I'm fortunate. Like I say, I'm fortunate that I'm self-employed, so I can pretty much do what I want. It's not like they're gonna fire me from my stand-up comedian job, right? I can always find a gig. I can almost always, knock on wood, I can almost always write for somebody. But other people who may not be able to do that, who work at some corporate office or some shit, I would rather people got fired for being racist asshats than got fired for smoking weed when they're off the clock. But that's changing too, man. And the rules are changing, and people are realizing that weed isn't a big deal as long as you're a responsible adult about it. And if you like to smoking a joint after work is no different than having a beer or a glass of wine or a couple shots after work, right? As long as you get your work done, as long as your dishes are clean and your bills are paid and you bathe somewhat regularly, you should be able to do just about whatever you want. And one of these things, man, is we come out here and we turn perfectly good, productive citizens into criminals, right? When we pass these drug laws. Prohibition is never the answer, except for murder and child molestation. Those should be prohibited at all times. But education is almost always a better answer than prohibition, right? Prohibition does not stop people from smoking weed. It does not stop people from taking mushrooms. It does not stop people from doing heroin. It just throws them in jail. So now you've turned an addict into a criminal. You haven't solved the problem. Drug abuse is not a criminal issue. It is a social health issue. Don't get me on my soapbox. I'm feeling my soapbox today. Be like, oh, I'm smoking green crack and black domina, and look at this run and all this shit. But I'm kind of fired.
Listen, I mean, I'm glad you said before, like how you said weed was like no big deal, because
it's not.
I know, no.
Like, when I be out here, when sometimes I'll be in Texas or some other place, and I'll be smoking a bowl on the patio in the bar or whatever, and with some homies, and they'll start freaking out, looking around. And I'll be like, hey, man, be cool. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just smoking weed. And as long as you stay cool about it, most other people will stay cool about it. And that's the secret. That's also how you get to see titties.
Is that easy? So I'm doing it wrong the whole time?
Around titties, you will see more titties.
Scott, I mean,
I'm about to take his advice.
Scott needs that advice more than anybody right now.
Don't get all super hyped up. I mean, be appreciative, but don't make it a super big deal. You'll see more of them. Make sure everybody's relaxed around you.
So here's the problem, though, with that. I'm gonna tell you my side of the coin. All right. So here's an example. Do you have for social media? Do you have a TikTok account?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. So on TikTok, there's a huge, giant 420 community on there. All right. A lot of people who are making weed-related content. And as of recently, a lot of people have noticed like their content is getting pulled down. Their videos go up. And then next thing I know, a couple hours later, it's getting pulled down, and you're not able to actually put yourself out there like you want to. And then they would go ahead after a bunch of those violations, they'll ban you.
Listen, I've been yelled at by Instagram a couple times. I'm super careful. I posted a video on Instagram once from a dispensary that just happened to have the prices board in the background. Like, it wasn't even about that. I was just like, hey, check out this dispensary, dancing and shit. And Instagram pulled it right down, and they're like, hey, you can't just be putting the prices on the thing. And I was like, it wasn't even about that. No one's fucking looking at the prices. They're trying to look at me. I'm on fucking TV. And but it's the weirdest thing, man. Like, because High Times can advertise on Facebook, but if I try to advertise one of my weed shows on Facebook, they won't let me do it. And
me neither.
It's just how it is, man. And until it's federally legal, who knows? Who knows? I mean, you see people taking shots and pouring booze in each other's mouths all the time. So that's how it is.
Man. You nailed it.
There's alternative. I mean, you can go to Cannabis and post all the weed you want and talk to like-minded people. But, one of those things is, too, though, you're not really just trying to preach to the choir, right? You're trying to reach other people who may not know as much, or who may be interested, or who just want to watch you get high and goofy. One of the things we got, one of the criticisms we got from Cooking on High was, well, you guys, you're not really taking it seriously. You're just getting high. You're just eating good and getting high and having fun. I'm like, Well, yeah. No one turns into fucking drunk history to watch people not get drunk. It's called drunk history.
I mean, accurate. The show's great, by the way.
Oh, no, I love the show, but like
So
no
funny.
one was about that. No one was like, "Oh man, they're just getting drunk and talking about history."
Yeah,
Right?
but you put a show out where people are getting high talking about history. It's a big fucking thing.
Shit, high history would be cool, man.
Dude, right? That's something we should work on.
Yeah.
I like that idea. High history.
The way my ADHD is set up, we could talk about 15 different things. It's all interrelated, baby. It's all intersectional. Everything.
I'm also ADHD, so I feel this.
History.
I also have ADHD, Scott. I'm all over the place. So I feel this. I can go all different ways, but like, dude, high street, no, that's not as cool. High history is way better.
All right.
Nice try though.
I tried.
That sounds like you're almost gonna plan a bank robbery.
History.
Yeah, history. Oh, that's a good one.
Damn, Scott, that's gonna be the next Netflix special. 6 stoners try to rob a bank.
I love a heist film. I'm not gonna lie, I do. Heist films are probably my favorite genre. Heist.
Dude, those are great. Those are great. So, what do you have any advice just for other creators who are trying to make it as somebody who is openly advocating for cannabis?
Be yourself, have fun. It's not necessarily a competition, it's an exhibition. So put your best foot forward, do your best work, do work, get it in, generate. I always say that I generate content.
Content? All right, there you go. That's nice.
Generate content, right? And understand that not everybody's gonna dig it. Not everybody likes weed for whatever reason it is, or not everybody likes stoners. You don't know. Like, I have homies who their parents would get high and maybe weren't the best parents, and so they have a thing about people who are stoned. Like my dad, rest in peace, who actually turned his life around. But when I was younger, he was a bad drunk, and so generally, sometimes when I'm around people who are hella drunk, I'm a little uncomfortable. Right?
I gotta understand that.
But I'm not trying to say no one should get drunk or be a thing. Like, that's just how it is. It's how the world is. It's how life goes, man. So I'm just saying, just continue to create and invite me to be on your podcast, and I'll come help.
Dude, I honestly, this has been great. I'm so happy you came on. I would love to have you back again. So for sure.
I'll see you next week.
All right, cool.
All right.
I'll hold you to it.
My rates are very reasonable.
Oh, good. I hope it's not as bad as as Mr. Trump.
Oh, God. 10 more days, 11 more days, 12 more days. He should just quit.
I don't want to run that soapbox on you.
Get on your soapbox, dog. Tell everybody. People have to understand that this is not how it's supposed to be, and this is not how it's supposed to go. And if we could just be better people toward everybody and accept Americans as Americans, we'd be better off as a country. All right, that's the end of my little rant today.
Hey, I feel it, man. Thank you again for coming on. We appreciate you, bro.
Man. Thanks for having me. I'll see you next week.
Do you want to plug your social media or anything before you go?
Oh, yeah. First of all, I got a show coming up on January 20th. It's the inauguration. So if you go to nowheretime.com, it's at Nowhere Comedy Club. It's me. It's Atsuko Okasaku. It's Daniel Rugg Webb, Tavi, Drea Myers, and the one and only Margaret Cho. Margaret Cho is going to be on my show.
Wow, that's awesome.
Show. So January 20th, nowheretime.com. Tickets start at $10. Follow me on all the social media, NGAIO420, Ngaio420. That's on your Snapchat. That's on your Instagram, and it's on your Twitter, and it's on your Facebook. I should probably get a TikTok, but I'm too old to be doing weird dances. So
well, if you ever decide to, let me know.
You'll be the first person to know. And hire me on. You can go to Cameo, the Cameo app, and hire me to give out birthday shouts and smoke weed with your shut-in cousins. Anything you want to do.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Court.
Have a good one.
No problem, man. Thanks again, Court. See you guys later. Take care, B.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Wow, I gave Court the shout out.
Yeah, he did.
Damn, Scott.
Yo, that was a big time guest right there, man.
We had
If nobody's checked it out, check out Cooking on High on Netflix. Like, It's what is there like? It's like 10 or 12 episodes that I think are up.
Yeah, and they're
now.
like 15 minutes long. Total.
Yeah, they're not very long. It's I don't even know. I don't think we talked about it, but it's like a competitive. There's 2 chefs. They do gourmet foods. They cook, but they have one ingredient, and it's you have to have weed in it. And then there's 2 judges that will eat it, and they just get stoned the whole time. So you get to listen to like their reactions, and and then they judge and whatever, and one of the chefs ends up winning. But yeah,
Cooking on High on Netflix. 2B Blunt Podcast. We'll be right back.
I like
sorry
him.
that what?
So I said I like him, man. He's cool. Dude.
That's not cool, yo.
Like if we have him recurring, like I'm down.
Yeah, if we get this to work, I'm calling fucking Sweetwater tomorrow, and I'm making him send me a new one.
He said that I almost did his joke before him though, because I literally, when he told me to review this shit, I was watching his stand-ups in that Kung Fu Panda bit.
Yeah,
like I watched that clip before he said it right there. Like, because he said about how, like, oh, he's like, my kids are like, oh, Dad, it's a panda that does kung fu. He's like, what? Let's go. He's like, what? Let's go.
you want to rub back in? You want to do wrestling? I mean, it's kind of.
What do you want me to?
Do you want to do wrestling?
Oh, I mean, I have it. Or if you want to just call it, you can call it. I don't care.
I don't care. It's up to you, man.
Like, do you need to make the thing 90 minutes after it's all said and done? Because we were out for like 7 minutes, right, or whatever.
No, I don't have to. No, we can go in and
I
bullshit if you want.
I didn't do it last week, so I'll just I'll just do it quick, like whatever. We don't have a. It sucks because if the shit didn't go down, like the viewership probably would have went up with him.
Yeah.
But like the viewership that whole time until our fucking fiasco was one of the highest I ever seen. I wrote it down. It was like 619. We were at 17.
Yeah.
Like we were never below 10.
Let's go back in.
All right.
Make sure you do wrestling. You do make it quick though. Make sure you do wrestling. Make it fast because like all these can of moms that are watching on TikTok ain't gonna give a shit.
All right, 5 to 7 minutes.
5.
All right, I'm gonna go real quick with it then.
Yeah.
All right.
2B Blunt Podcast. We're back. Thank you, everybody. Who hung out with us. Yeah, that was fucking awesome. Thank you, Hazel Days. You guys are fucking great. We had an awesome time talking with Ngaio. I hope you guys learned something as canon creators. That was fucking awesome, y'all.
Dude. Huge. Chill, dude. Like, I hope he is back next week.
You never know. I mean, he said his rates are reasonable. I would love to see him on with Trump, though. I feel like he's got some shit to say.
Oh, man. They could probably go back and forth.
They probably could, bro. They probably could. Listen, phone lines are open. 860-384-7110 if you want to try to win a prize. Scott, why don't you give us that quick rundown, bro?
Oh, a little no selling? A little no selling with the Scott?
A little no selling, bro. You don't know what can hear the beds. So you might as well go right into it.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, but you're talking right now. I can't talk over you.
I'm sorry. My bad, bro. Go ahead. Is that a problem for you? It is. It's not Scott.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the 2B Blunt. Always stunting, heart stopping, bottle popping. When it's interest you're trying to correct, WWE is just going to ask, who's next?
But nobody cares.
All right? Nobody gives a shit because Goldberg's back.
Yeah.
All right?
I would love to talk about how Snoop Dogg, though, was on AEW.
We'll get there. He might be in the lit column. Anyway, but let's talk about the shits, all right? The Goldberg came out at the end of Raw Monday night. It was the Legends Raw, okay? And it was honestly the worst Legends anniversary / reunion show
That's what I heard.
they've ever had. They didn't do shit, okay? And Goldberg comes out at the end and just poof like that, title match, Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
He's facing Drew McIntyre, okay? And he tells Drew McIntyre that you've been disrespecting Legends. I'm sorry, is Goldberg that old that he forgot who Randy Orton is? Because Randy Orton's the one that was disrespecting Legends all night, okay? And then the H phone, if you tuned in at the beginning of Raw, Hulk Hogan, right? First time Hogan's been on TV in a while. He introduces.
Hulk Hogan was there?
He introduced the H phone, not the iPhone, the H phone. Okay? Okay? The only number that you should dial off the H phone is 911 because WWE is dying for compelling television right now. All right? And then we didn't do No Selling with a Scott last week, but there was a whole feud between The Fiend and Randy Orton. What happened? Randy Orton, what did he do? He lit The Fiend on fire. What did he do on Raw the night after or a week after, whatever? He threw a match at Alexa Bliss, but you didn't know what happened. The camera cut off. Is Alexa Bliss alive? Is she dead? What's going on? And then they have a show called Raw Talk right after with Charlie Caruso, right, the backstage interviewer, and she's saying, we don't know what happened after Raw last night, or after Raw, 5 minutes ago. So just stay tuned. Bitch, the ring...
I'm going to click you smoking board.
The ring is 20 feet behind you, bitch. Like, you know what happened. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, I don't know how you even still watch that shit.
And there was no follow-up at all. So, Alexa Bliss, is she alive or is she dead? It's like TMZ reporting on Tanya Roberts. Anyway, let's talk about what was lit, okay? New Japan Pro Wrestling, we don't cover it too often, but they had their big Wrestle Kingdom. That's their WrestleMania. It's every year. It's January 4th. 2 nights again this year. And Kota Ibushi became your double champion, defeating Naito in a classic match. And not only that, the very next night, he defeated Jay White in the longest Wrestle Kingdom match in history. We're talking like 50 minutes worth of fucking action, okay? In New Japan, they're known for strong style where motherfuckers hit each other as hard as you can. Yo,
what was that? Did you kill a fly?
No, I went like that. They just hit each other. Just like in the face. Like, dude, it's pound for pound action. And let me just tell you, like,
pound for pound action.
They are so stiff that their faces were looking like The Weeknd's face in his latest music video. Okay. Anyway, also what was lit is my man, your man, everybody's man, Snoop Dogg, the D-O-double-G-Z. Okay.
Who someone said on TikTok was a cokehead.
Yo.
What's the first I've heard of this? I don't believe
Snoop Dogg, I'm going to change his name right now to Snoop Frog because motherfucker did a frog splash off the top rope last night on Dynamite. So, yeah, Snoop Dogg, he is a WWE Hall of Famer, but he was on the other show. He was on AEW last night. So he's apparently left WWE for AEW like Kim Kardashian has left Kanye West. All right? And we didn't have No Selling with Scott last week, but I do just want to take a quick moment. I want to recognize the legend, Brody Lee. You know, he passed away at a very, very young age of 41 years old. And I just want to say R.I.P. Brody Lee. But we're going to see, like, kind of what comes out of this because he leaves a very, well-established legacy among the community as a great father. And his son has apparently signed a contract, his 8-year-old son, who's -1, Brody Lee Jr., and he's already had the first interpromotional match in wrestling between WWE and AEW because he beat up Adam Cole backstage. I'm sure you guys seen the clips. But
I haven't seen the clips.
That's No Selling with a Scott this week, and we'll be back next week for a hell of a show.
For a hell of a show, huh?
Hell of a show.
A hell of a show next week?
Yeah.
You know something I don't know? You know something I don't know about next week?
I already know. Maybe the audio will be working, and that'll make it a hell of a show.
Wow!
That sound mad?
Oh. Yeah, you sound real mad, yo. Well, good news, Scott. Guess what?
Apparently I sounded mad.
And we got banned on TikTok.
For what?
Probably from the blunt I was smoking.
I was going to say, I'm on the other side of the camera. They can't see me.
I don't understand, though, because...
Oh, there goes the stand. Weren't we just talking about getting banned off of social media platforms, and then sure enough.
And sure enough, bro, I got it doesn't even say for how long.
TikTok.
No, bro. Not even. Might be worse. We might do this. Might be it.
Wait. Like you're done?
It might be. Bro.
No. That can't happen.
Dude, I don't know, bro.
That can't. Where's TikTok's capital? Because I'll go break in there like these motherfuckers did last night in Washington.
It doesn't say how long. Here's what it says. I can't believe it. We were talking about this too, you know? It's bullshit. It says, your live was stopped for violating our community guidelines. Your live access is suspended until 7/1/2021.
July 1st?
Bro.
No.
Bro.
This isn't. You're
dude.
Me.
No, I'm dead ass, bro. I'm dead ass.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Yo, if Theodore Medrano thought I was mad before.
Yeah, bro. This is breaking news.
Peasy's gonna flip this motherfucking table right now. Yo, what the fuck?
Oh,
you took a rip?
I've been smoking the blunt the whole time. I mean,
I thought you were. Earlier you kept dipping to the
I
side.
was, and then we were talking to the guy, and I got real comfortable in our conversation with our guest.
Yo, we're gonna start some like GoFundMe campaign or something campaign to get Peasy back on TikTok because official Peasy.
Wow.
I mean, you are a staple hold.
Wow, yo.
Of hashtag 420 Hype House. Oh, this is like, oh man,
fucking 6 months, bro.
Yo,
I'm banned until July 1st at 7:45.
What? Like,
bro.
First of all, that's random. Like they just say, hey, 6 months. Like,
No. There goes Hot Tea Tuesdays. There goes the studio sessions with Peasy on TikTok.
Just make another user.
We're gonna have to have everybody.
I mean, you're gonna have to start all over again, I guess. But
yeah, or everybody's gonna have to go follow 2B Blunt Podcast on TikTok.
Yeah, and it sounds like we're gonna have to make a at 2B Blunt Podcast backup.
Yeah, I also have. Yeah. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Well, figure it out. Still follow us on 2B Blunt Podcast at TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. So if we do it, I mean, right now we probably have not that many followers. Well, let me double check on this. This is breaking news, bro. I can't even go off air yet. We only got 56 followers. You know, in order for us to go live on TikTok, we have to have 1,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you had what? 30,000? 40,000.
Yeah.
And they just like
they shut me down, bro.
Yo, does what if you if you write like a 500-word essay saying how you're sorry? Like,
I mean, I don't know if that works like that.
Do they do things like that?
There's no place to like a. Oh, this is not my page. This is the podcast page.
Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
hold on, let me see.
Like, you should be able to talk to somebody.
I know.
They send you to the principal's office.
Hold on. It contains controversial content.
What's controversial?
It says content violations.
Because I could be saying some controversial things to him right now.
It doesn't honestly tell you what it was. It doesn't say. It doesn't say.
Is it me or are they like the sticklers of social media?
Yeah, they really are, dude.
Like,
Can you believe this shit, bro?
I can go on Twitter right now and whip my dick out, and it's there, and it won't get deleted unless if I delete it. But on TikTok, Jesus,
dude, I can't believe. I can't believe my main account's fucked, bro. Like, I almost wish this was the podcast account because now I got 40K. I can't even go live on my account.
Well, we got to get that up to.
And just after we had that conversation with Ngaio.
Yeah.
Bro. What the fuck, man?
All right, hold on. Didn't you say earlier there's a mole in the community?
Yes.
Do you think that maybe a mole sabotaged this?
Bro. Dude, that's a good question.
Somebody, do you know who the original moles were? You got
Yeah, I do.
Yahoo, right?
Yeah, I do. I know.
So I wonder if they're behind it. Behind these motherfuckers.
Dude, I gotta. So we can just like put out the word in case anybody's showing live.
Put out the word. We gotta put it all out.
411, by the way.
Like my man, like you literally like you post what 5 live videos a day. I feel like every time I look at my phone, it's like PZ Live,
And there's no place to even run an appeal. You know,
this shit. You know what? We got to talk to Trump before he's out of office. He'll be on the show.
maybe he can. Yeah, maybe he can help me.
See if he can help you.
He can call TikTok. I mean, he let them stay up.
Yeah. Apparently, he doesn't even have Twitter right now, though. So
No, he got Twitter back. He deleted some tweets and they gave it to him back.
oh,
So maybe if he
maybe you just got to delete a couple videos.
so maybe no, dude, I don't think it works like that. So I'm banned for 6 months, 7-1, bro.
Yo,
That's July, bro.
That's
Oh,
fucking,
I can't believe it,
fucking bullshit.
bro. I mean, you might be right, bro. Maybe I did get it. You know, maybe I got shut down. Maybe there's a fucking hater hating on the podcast. So I'm just gonna have to do more.
Like, you got nothing better to do, bro, than fucking shut shit down. Like,
Dude, you ain't kidding, Scott. Tell him. Fuck, bro. Damn, yo. Well,
see, in the chat, they're saying, this Courtney says, but I'm positive you don't usually get banned unless being reported, which means somebody reported, which means somebody is being a giant ass clown right now.
bro, if I find out that some motherfucker reported my fucking shit, the man who brought the community together, god damn it, shut me down, bro, I will guarantee you, I will go on Google. I will fucking go to Kayak. Oh,
You got that
find a plane ticket. I will get on that fucking road infested plane. I will travel that motherfucker down. I will get off that plane. I will find me an Uber. I will go to this motherfucker's address. I will fucking knock on that door. When he opens the door, I'm gonna snot him real good and tell him to suck it.
That was nice of you that you'd knock on the door. I'm surprised you didn't kick the damn thing
That's
down.
why I probably would kick the door down, goddammit. With the Rona from the flight. Then I call the Uber, go back to the fucking airport, hop on the plane, land, call another Uber, pick up my car, come home, sit down, light a blunt,
Cough in their face. Is it weed or is it Rona? It's both, bitch.
suck it, yeah. If you guys want to hang out, I'll be going live on the Discord. Join Peasy's Loud Pack, the ultimate Discord server for all things Peasy and To Be Blunt, and especially now that we're no longer allowed to go live. We're gonna have to figure something out, Scott. Might have to start using the Discord. Everybody's got to start funneling in. I want to see 40,000 people in the Discord room. What do you think about that?
There's a will way. Peasy, you'll make it happen. I know you will.
What do you think about that, though, huh? That's what I want to know. I'm a little upset. You know, I never thought that this was going to be the case, but let me add the link to the Discord into the chat. Oop, there it is. There you go. If you guys want to join, that is the link to our Discord. Come hang out with us at the after party. We're going to talk about this debauchery and more. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok at 2B Blunt Podcast with the number 2 as it's spelled on the fucking screen. From the Scott and your boy P to double EZ. We'll see you next week. Thank you again to Ngaio. Thank you to Notoriety. God, Scott, help me out here. Notoriety. I can't even say the word yet. I'm stumbling over my words. It's like I got a stutter.
Yeah, Notoriety
Sports Network.
Okay. And our sponsor, Fast Track
Cannabis. That's right. Get them clinics. Get them cards. mycannabiscard.com. We'll see you next week. Same weed time. Same weed channel.
Bro.
What the fuck?
Yo.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That fucking brand you fucking built on that shit. I don't during the podcast too. Like does that make you think like a listener did something?
Yeah, it could be. What happened to the song?
But you were like have they ever shut you down before while you were live?
Yes.
They've shut